presentation by Ramesh Tripathi from WMO.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Bhatt, for the introduction. And yeah, as I mentioned during the round of introduction, that I will be presenting myDEWETRA system or a tool that is used for used by various hydrometeorological agency around the world to monitor hydrometeorological hazard in terms of understanding how the weather will be, what will be the issue in terms of surface water and then potential impact. So without taking much time, let me share my screen. I will turn off my camera for internet bandwidth. So sorry for that. But yeah, before I go on the platform, just wanted to give you a brief overview about what I'm exactly going to present. Basically, under WMO, we have a project called Cruise Cambodia and Lao PDR. Basically, it's funded by the Cruise, which is a multi-donor trust fund. And under this project, we have developed hydrometeo alarm for Cambodia and Lao PDR that is being used by Hydromet Agency, as well as disaster management for monitoring of floods and drought. This is the visualization of the platform. Actually, it is being used by myDEWETRA system, which is an open source platform that is being developed by Italian Civil Protection in joint collaboration with CIMA Research Foundation. And we have a memorandum of understanding that any countries, any WMO member countries that needs myDEWETRA can be made freely available to them. And depending on the needs, we can customize. So in the free version, there are a lot of global products that are available, but once we have a project, we customize with national level hydrometeorological forecasting, monitoring, as well as risk or impact layers that are developed together with various agency in the country. Just to show you an overview, actually, this system allows us to see from monitoring side some of the global monitoring products as well as the national monitoring products in terms of observation networks or station that are available on hydrology and meteorological aspect. And these are very important to check the initial condition for floods, basically to understand it's raining or the water level is high, there could be a chance of flooding. And then we have hydrological model that shows what is going to be the situation for next 5 days. And then in case we see that a flood of a return period of 5 years or 10 years or 20 years are possible, then we also see the potential impact, and that can help us to generate impact based forecasting and warning services to various stakeholders. As I mentioned, in WMO, this project is linked with UN Early Warning for All initiative, and especially to make sure that we are not just only forecasting how weather will be or how much water level will be, but or discharge would be, but mainly to see how much impact this weather or this water when it flows over the bank can create impact. So in that regard, this is how this project has been developed. Once the hydromet agency they see the situation, basically we have within this myDEWETRA system a tool called flood proof bulletin, where we provide or the hydromet agency can change the risk level and then also provide some advisory or warning messages that are very useful when it goes from hydromet agency to disaster management, and further from disaster management at national level to provincial or local level. So it's very important to have an integrated warning bulletin tool. So maybe I'll stop here and take you all through the myDEWETRA system just to show you that how we have developed this and what are some of the functionality that is being used by many countries. So as I said, this is a global platform. Everywhere in the world, there are different products. We have similar product developed for West Africa in Volta Basin. Yesterday in the eTalk meeting, one of our partner colleague presented about Volt Alarm early warning system, but today I will be talking about Cambodia and Laos. Actually, this hydromet monitoring, forecasting, and early warning system has been developed for the 3 pilot basin in Cambodia because we wanted to test the applicability and effectiveness, and based on this, we have the phase 2 starting very soon, and we will be making sure that under phase 2 we can scale this up to cover entire Cambodia as well as Laos, depending on the feedback or recommendation that we will receive from Hydromet agency. So just to start, I think the first tab in this myDEWETRA visualization tool is observation. As I said, this is a multi-hazard platform. So here you can see there are different hazardous variables that we can visualize. Just to show for rainfall, we have some global products that are free products that are available from NOAA, JAXA, NASA, and these are something that is being used by countries in terms of monitoring situation. They are not very real time, but close to real time, meaning with a delay of 4 hours, 5 hours. But most importantly, why this is very useful, because in this you can analyze what has been the situation for last 72 hours. So how much rain has fallen in last 72 hours, so that can be very useful for a better analysis of flood situation or in terms of precipitation within the particular region. You can see the system is calculating in last 72 hours how much rain has happened, and also it can be very useful for saturation, soil saturation, so that you know in case there are more rain and if saturation is high, mainly the water might run off, rather than infiltration within the soil. So it's very important to carry out like such analysis based on global products. And then we have various other real-time hydrological station that are there to better understand in case there are any kind of threshold that has been crossed in terms of water level exceedance as well as in terms of discharge. So there are a lot of stations that we have integrated inside this system, and they are a bit real time. Actually, just to show you on the graph that I am bit behind in last year, not last year, sorry, last month, from 11th of June till 12th of June, because that is a time when there was some flooding situation, and it is important to show this thing as a case study rather than today when there is no rain happening. So you could see here that the system has calculated, and we could see here how much rain has happened in last 72 hours, so that it can give an indication. You can see in some cases it has crossed up to 500 mm, so that you know that possibly the soil is a bit saturated. We have also soil moisture products here. As I said, in the observation part, we have also soil moisture, but also with the rain you can better understand that already the area or the region is has faced a lot of rain, and possibly there could be high chances of runoff. So this is more on observation part. As I said, we have multi products here, so it is very useful in terms of also comparison, because one of the products from NOAA, NASA, JAXA it might be very useful to compare them, that whether all these products are giving a similar result or not. So that's a reason that we have given multi products here under rainfall and many other variables that are key in understanding or analyzing the situation. Even here we have gist map that are there, so that it can help us to better understand how the situation is being there. So just to show you that thing for a better understanding. So as we have different observation products, as I said, real time on as well as near real time through global remote sensing products, that helps us in better understanding. Then we go on forecasting. So here we can find various hydrometeorological models output that are very important to understand what is going to be the situation for next 0 to 5 days, and then the potential impact. So under the system, we have developed the flood proof system that is being implemented in the countries, and that is being used by the countries. I have actually prepared some of the analysis here. So we can see here, once we collect or click on one of the reporting points, points. Let me just go there. Reporting point, we can see what is going to be the forecast for the next 5 days. That is in our initial analysis, as well as in terms of better warning messages or advisories to various stakeholders. So here we can see that. Basically in this reporting point, what is going to be the situation for the next 5 days. You can see that, as I told, that in order to improve the accuracy, in order to ensure there is a good confidence in hydrometeorological agency in terms of issuing warning bulletin, we have used multi-model system. Like we have uh, in order to run the hydrological or hydraulic model together, we are using multi-metrological model output. So here you can see we have output from ECMWF, WAF, GFS, ICON. So all of them are there, and you can see one of the products, ECMWF, is showing that there could be a crossing based on the ECMWF product. There could be a crossing of 20 years return period, while other three products are showing that it's not going to cross the return period of 2 years. Now, it is very important, based on the experience of the forecaster, to better understand that okay, maybe this ECMWF might not be accurate. The other threes are giving the result that it is not going to cross the last 2 years return period. So better I go with the last three ones, so that we are not issuing a false warning. So this is very important for better trust and better accuracy of the forecast. And also, I think it would be very good that they assess the real-time water level situation. Even here, we have not only provided forecast for discharge, but also for water level, because in this country, they say that they don't just issue warning based on discharge, but they would also like to share what is the forecasted water level and what could be the potential situation. So these kind of discharge and water level approach we have been implementing in Cambodia and Laos. Once you know that there is a potential forecast in this particular area, we can also see the impact. What will be the potential impact in case there is a overflow in the bank of river, where exactly the flood water will go, and what will be the potential impact to, say, affected population, built up area, education sector, grazing land. So all these impact layers have been provided, so that whenever the national agencies are issuing warning or advisory messages, they can basically ensure that they could add a few information about the potential impact. You can see that the impact seems to be very high. In terms of population, it said that it is catastrophic or very high. So at least they have an indication that how much there could be a number of people that might be impacted. I mean, we can select a particular point here, and then we can also assess percentage of population affected. It is 31% approximately, and this is something could be very useful whenever the warning message has been sent to hydromet agency, and then it goes to disaster management. They can better also plan their response or anticipatory action together with Red Cross and any other agency that are dealing with different response or anticipatory related actions. Even we have hazard map that has been created, and that is very important in terms of understanding the flood extent, so that it can be very clear in terms of where exactly the flood water will go. So this is something very useful, or has been requested by hydromet agency, so that they can also validate later on with their local level staffs whether what was predicted or forecasted initially, whether that is accurate or not. So these are some products that are available, but in this way, I think they go to the warning bulletin section, and then based on their analysis, they can change the color code and say like, okay, in this area, they observe that there would be potential risk of flooding, and then hydromet agency can add jointly here a lot of warning messages. And once they add the situation as well as the forecast and the potential impact, they can create a PDF that can be sent to various stakeholders years. But here, this platform or the products are very useful. And also, I think in one of the case, for example, if you see here, that basically this is the area where you see that there could be a potential impact. What you can do is you can also do some exposure analysis. You can select a particular area here. For example, if this is the area where there could be a potential flooding that you are forecasting, you can put a hazard map. Say, let's put a hazard map of 20 years return period, and then you can put what will be the potential exposure of population, health facilities, in case there are educations or any other exposure data that can come up from say Ministry of Information, Ministry of Planning, Ministry of Disaster Management. All these agency, if they give information on static or variable static information on hazard, exposure, risk, that are very important for understanding the impact. So basically the system will calculate, depending on the 20 years return period of flood, what will be the potential exposure element that that particular area or region can check. So here you can see that it is showing that there is one hospital that might be impacted. There are 44 education facilities that can be impacted in that area, and then we can also see how many people might be highly impacted or highly exposed, and how many of them are low, or how many of them medium or no hazard. So this is something is a tool that is provided for disaster management to better understand what kind of response they need to carry out, maybe in terms of evacuation or in terms of ensuring that any kind of relief aid are provided, or any kind of response action needs to carry out. So this is such a tool that has been applied in Cambodia and Laos, West Africa, and going forward WMO has a new project that will be coming very soon, possibly by end of this year or early next year, in Bangladesh, Nepal, and we might have the similar tool available for Hydromet agency. I saw Dr. Sajjad being there. He knows about this project as well as this tool, and we will try to implement this in the coming project in both the countries, Nepal and Bangladesh. So I think I can stop it here now and give floor back to Dr. Bhatt. In case there are any questions, I'm still here to answer them. Sorry in case I took some more time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ramesh, for a nice presentation. And you have tried to tell what all